And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Another run here with Hall. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
1st down throw, Mahomes. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by Harrison right side.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Play action here. Mahomes. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he's not going to get away here. Great coverage. They pin him down inside the 5-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Plays going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this. Get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Jalen McMillan, the one he was looking for there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
A give, left side, here comes Hall. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Yellow. Side.
He'll go again with Hall. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the 1st down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight, they sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And the offense are going to have a 1st and goal, some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run. It's Hall. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. Good blocking, and he's in. Breece Hall, touchdown Dolphins. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. Now faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
They get 14 on that hookup. First down, New England.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. We are through 1. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
In motion, Lamb. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. But he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush, because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yellow! My side!
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yellow! My side!
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he'll run it. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Yellow.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get about 5.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7 and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Hall. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Miami. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game. And now 15 for the year.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Harrison.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Yellow! White!
Mahomes on first down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Attack, attack! Right side!
Mahomes. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive.
Yellow! Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one taken at the 7. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
The score at Dolphins 24, Patriots nothing.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Dolphins take over.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to
And he's into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Miami. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag.
Fall down these two. Fall down these two. Return.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. That's on the center, Tyler Linderbaum.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Tip Ryman.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Third down, here's Hall. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it just past their 25.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. To the ground, he'll get it again. And And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Here's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that. Contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Attack! Attack! Yellow! Yellow! Carson!
Throwing is Mahomes. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Now Mahomes. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Patriots. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Patriots try to climb back into this one. It's now 24-7. Both teams ready to go once more. as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Yellow. Right side.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They go play action with Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in it.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive, continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll look to throw yet again. High throw, but it's reeled in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. He'll drop to throw. That is into the hands of McMillan. And he will score. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, New England. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Yellow. Listen.
They will run it over center with Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Wait. Right side.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Yellow. At 57. Right side.
They'll drop to throw. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man, that's Collins.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Yellow.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. This is caught at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding.
Let's go now.
Drive will start on the ground. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got them backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Yellow. Right side.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
19 Tiger.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Sum things up. It's a win for the Dolphins.